Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm repeating this again because my mic is off. Okay, so hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Sadique, and in this session we will look into the current affairs of 26 September 2024. And yeah, if you are new to this channel, then like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you are already an existing subscriber of this channel, then you can invite your friends to join this sessions, and also you can invite your friends to explore my channel and look at the content which I'm creating here. And if it's useful, and I hope so, it is useful for you guys in your journey of preparation, and also in your journey of your achieving goals. So yep, so this is about it, and let's move into the current affairs. And we generally discuss daily current affairs every day, and this particular current affairs are useful for most of the exams I can say. And we discuss more science and technology, defense, international current affairs, if any. And I generally focus on them, and also I focus on national issues also. But the thing is that for banking current affairs, we need to have most of appointments and most static, one-liner current affairs we need. So for that purpose, this may not be enough. Okay, I have to be honest, right? So this may not be enough. This which I'm discussing, this may not be enough. So you have to refer some other source, or else I'll update. I'll try to update banking also, banking current affairs karke, and I'll start a separate playlist, and I'll update it with solely of all banking things, whichever asked, like appointments and basic one-liners will be asking, right? So who are the presidents, who are the prime ministers of state, currencies, everything they'll be asking. So I'll update that also. I'll try to make a new playlist, and I'll try to make a live sessions on that also. And yeah, this will be useful for particularly for UPSC and also for PSCs, state PSCs, any state PSCs. It is useful. And with this, why it will help you? Because like, see, if you once you attend these live sessions, tomorrow the news will come that will be linked to yesterday. Okay, that's how the things happen here. If now today you read one exercise, or now see, in India Women we have 3 exercises, right? So 3 exercises related to maritime and maritime, air and army. We have 3 exercises: Nazim al Bahar and Eastern Bridge, and other thing I don't remember. Yeah, but see, when we study continuously, like every day, so we can relate to the current affairs of the previous day. Okay, so that this link of things now, it will happen, so that the brain will be like, okay, that happened. So this linking of things now, it's very important to remembrance. Okay, revision also, and it's very important to remembrance purposes, so that you can recollect this in the exam while on that main scenario. So yeah, so this is about it, and let's start with today's session without wasting without wasting so much time. Yeah, let's go. So the first current affairs of second, my pen is on, right? Yeah, the first current affairs of today is International Day for Total Elimination of Nuclear Weapons. Fine. So we are discussing about nuclear weapons now. In this current world, this International Day for Total Elimination of Nuclear Weapons, or this to raise awareness about the threat of nuclear weapons, is very, very important. There are wars going on in Central East and Central Asia, and between Israel and Iran, Israel and Hezbollah, Israel and Houthi rebels, and we have Ukraine-Russia war going on, and there is a very high chance of this is just an assumption, there is very high chance of usage of nuclear weapons there by Russia, because everyone are taking Russia so lightly. And also this Ukraine is also instigating, like, see, Ukraine doesn't have that authority to authority to fire missiles against Russia, because of some sanctions from the West, whichever are supplying defense equipment to Russia, Ukraine. So it has that a condition to not use them. And yeah, Russia is also, most of the red lines are also, there is a occupation of Kursk region by Ukraine recently. So there is this very high chance of utilization of nuclear warheads by Russia against Ukraine. So yeah, so in this scenario, and if that is used right, it will be a most devastation created on this planet. Okay, it's yeah. So in this scenario, this International Day for Total Elimination of Nuclear Weapons is very important, and this particular day is to raise awareness about this threat of nuclear weapons and to promote the elimination of them. Okay, so it was declared by this UN General Assembly in 2013, and from 2014 onwards it was it was declared as every year it was used as International Day for Total Elimination of Nuclear Weapons. Okay, and let's look at the Indian policy of using this nuclear weapons. So we have this no first use policy. Okay, with the nuclear weapon states, we have this no first use policy, like we will never first fire a nuclear warhead at a country. Okay, if they use it, then we fire at them. So that's what no first use. But against non-nuclear weapon states, we never use them. Okay, that's India's policy in this, and we are also not a signatory of this nuclear non-proliferation treaty. It's a very important point to be noted here. Proliferation means accumulation or increasing of your stake or your stock of nuclear warheads. So non-proliferation means not to increase your stock of nuclear warheads. Okay, and or nuclear nuclear armaments. This is okay. So we are not a signatory of this nuclear non-proliferation treaty. Fine. So yeah. That's it about this International Day for Total Elimination of Nuclear Weapons. Next, we have India becomes the third most powerful nation in Asia, surpasses Japan in Asia Power Index. Actually, this is like what they say. It shows the importance of India's growing stance in global economy and global power as a global power. See, in this index, India is ranked in third position behind US and China. Okay, behind USA and China, and US and China, and India is third. But the thing is that in US and China both are referred as superpowers in this index, and India is referred to as middle power. Okay, in middle powers India is at top, but it shows that India is a potential upcoming superpower. Okay, and yeah. And India left behind Japan, Russia, and Australia. Okay, it's very see, you can see Russia behind India is a notable thing here, because Russia was a superpower, but now it got weakened because of war with Ukraine, and also sanctions. There were sanctions upon Russia going on. So, and also based on the future resources, and resources are also not so good with Russia. So considering all the circumstances, now India moved ahead of Japan, Australia, Russia into third position. Okay, so this Asia Power Index, it was by this Lowy Institute, that is from Australia. That institute is from, and this Lowy Institute is very trustable and very most of the people in this one, most of the major economies also trust this Asia Power Index Lowy Institute, which creates this Asia Power Index. So yeah, let's look at the points one by one. In a major shift, India surpassed Japan to become the third largest power in Asia Power Index, reflecting its increasing geopolitical stature. And this achievement is driven by India's dynamic growth and youthful population and expanding economy, and solidifying its position as leading force in the region. Okay, and yeah, let's look into some other details. Yeah, see, the rank of India is 3 in the middle powers. It is top in middle powers. Okay, and let's look at our neighbor. Our neighbor Pakistan is at 16th position here, and that is also called as middle power, because see, that's why this differentiation here is very not so broad differentiation. Superpowers are only 2, and rest all are middle powers. We can add another section saying upcoming superpowers or potential superpowers. Okay, but yeah, we are at top, and And we have also Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Laos, Myanmar, all at minor powers. They are all called as minor powers. Okay, fine. So there are many articles published on this saying Russia sliced down to 6th place as most powerful country. Surprisingly, Australia ranked ahead in Asia compared to Russia. Okay, so yeah, considering the war of more than 2 years war in Ukraine and global sanctions regime, and Russia was once considered world's most powerful nations. Um, we at par with USA, right? In our past, if you remember. So now it has lost all its sheen, and now yeah, you can see that in this index also. So Australia-based think tank Lowy Institute recently published this Asian Power Index, and most of power of 27 nations and territories has been included in this. And Russia slipped one position in Asia Power Index, scoring 31 out of 100, overall decline of 0.4 points. So this is by Lowy Institute. It is launched in 2018 and it has 27 countries. Okay, and Timor-Leste has been included for the first time, reflecting its growing importance in the Southeast Asia. Fine. Next, this is the site of that Lowy Institute Asia Power Index 2024 edition. Here you can see US in the first place, China second, and third is in India, fourth Japan, and fifth is Australia, sixth is Russia. Okay, and we have these categories. Based on these categories, the ranking happens: economic capability, military capability, resilience in the situation of any disaster, how a country stands stable, that is the resilience, and future resources, like in future, if the country is not sustainable, then its superpower is, it doesn't define its term as superpower, right? And also powerful country. So future resources is considered here, and economic relationships with other countries like bilateral relations and also signing of treaties, and yeah, trade relations, everything comes here, and defense networks, diplomatic influence, and cultural influence also there. Okay, yeah. So we have our this thing called in which field our India scores high is future resources. In this, it is scoring a point of 8.2. This is the highest in in all this. We score highest in this future resources, and next we have resilience, diplomatic influence, and economic capability, and in a descending order. Next we have no score in cultural influence, and in defense networks we have to improve a lot. That's what this is meant. Okay, we have very low score in defense networks. And in 2024, India had the greatest gains in future resources, and that's why it is plus 8.2. And yeah, the score of cultural influence was unchanged this year. It was stable. And yeah, we have to improve in defense networks. We are weak at defense networks according to this index. Fine. So that is about this Asia Power Index by Lowy Institute, and India is ranked 3. Okay. Okay, then next we look into US Summit of Future, 79th UNGA meeting. Recently, if you had observed the news, then PM Modi has gone to US and returned also, but yeah, I didn't update this in my previous current affairs session, so I thought to include them in this session. So yeah, PM Modi went to US for Quad meeting with the with the other 3 prime ministers, Joe Biden, and Japan Prime Minister, and also the Australian Prime Minister. After this meeting, UN meeting has been happened, and this meeting is called as Summit of Future. And after that, there is UN General Assembly. General debate is also going on from our India's from India. Dr. S. Jaishankar is giving a speech there. He is representing India. So Jaishankar, External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar will be addressing this UN General Debate on 28th September. Okay, it will be a very interesting I mean, like most of the people are waiting to watch this. Okay, like generally this platform is to express their views on major international issues. So many countries will be looking at this speech to understand India's point of view of this world and their opinions and all. So it's a very important speech. It will be a very important speech. Okay, fine. So it gives an opportunity to all the countries to express their views on major international issues. And this UNJ is 29th, sorry, 79th time, I mean 79th term, and held from 10th to 30th September. Okay, it focuses mostly on sustainable development goals, and this 79th session is chaired by who? 79th UNGA session is chaired by Cameroonian President Philemon Young. Okay, Cameroonian President Philemon Young. Okay, this is very important important for the questionnaire of exams. So yeah, we'll look into this US Summit of Future. So what is the purpose of this summit? It is to reform international governance to address global challenges and ensure a sustainable future, obviously. And also the theme is that multilateral solutions for a better tomorrow. This theme is very important, multilateral solutions for a better tomorrow. And outcome of this summit is they adopted the Pact of Future with two annexes like Global Digital Compact and Declaration on Future Generation. So the outcome of this Summit of Future is Pact for the Future, and that Pact for the Future has two annexes. Like one is for Global Digital Compact and Declaration on Future Generations. Okay, you have to remember this, that in this UN Summit of Future, the Pact of Future has been adopted here, and also what is this Pact for the Future? It is to accelerate SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, and supports the climate action and promotes the transition from fossil fuels and to renewable energy, and also committing to nuclear disarmament and AI governance. Okay, and yeah, so this two annexes are Global Digital Compact and Declaration on Future Generations, right? So this Global Digital Compact, it promotes equitable access to technology and universal AI governance, and the Declaration on Future Generations emphasizes long-term thinking to consider the interests of future generations. Like yeah, we are utilizing the resources in such a way that if our future generation, our next generation will not have the resources left for them to utilize. And okay, so considering that situation, we have to change our methodologies and we have to change our policies accordingly, so that the earth will be sustainable for the future generations also. So for that purpose, we have this Declaration on Future Generations, and okay, so these two are the annexes of Pact for the Future. Pact for the Future. This Global Digital Compact and Declaration on Future Generations. Okay, so what is India's stance at this summit? So India calls for reforms in the UN and the Security Council to ensure relevance, advocating for permanent membership. We are actually looking for this permanent membership from long ago. So now also we provided our we provided our advocation for this permanent membership, including itself and African nations also. Okay, so UN means United Nations. It should include all the continents also, right? All the countries and continents, not just a few countries. So for that purpose, it should expand its membership also, right? It should include members which are growing also. India's stance has been growing in global in global economy or global stature. We are improving our stance, and we are acting like a peace advocating country. Okay, in this speech of PM Modi also, Modi will say that we are actually advocating peace, and we try to uh, we try to stress more on diplomacy and dialogue, right? The most used words of our India is that like uh, like in the external affairs, or while speaking with other countries, or while negotiating with the two countries, then we mostly say on this dialogue on diplomacy. We stress most on dialogue on diplomacy. So yeah, so the world needs India. Okay, now the world needs India. So this is to expand the permanent membership, and also to include itself and African nations also. So, and a PM also highlighted cyber and maritime and space as new conflict arenas. Okay, urging global frameworks to ensure security in these three areas. Already, cyber is very important these days, considering the malwares and spywares and cyber attacks going on, and okay, so, and also maritime and space. Okay, so in these sectors, there is a need of urgent global framework for the sake of security in these areas. And PM also advocated for global digital governance while offering India's digital public infrastructure for global cooperation also. So we also advocated for this global digital governance. Fine. And also, while at the same time, India said we will offer our India's digital public infrastructure for global cooperation also. So India backed the Events Pact for Future and initiatives on AI governance and digital cooperation also. Okay, India backed this pact for future and initiatives on AI governance and digital cooperation also. Fine. Okay, and also in this pact, we have this 21st century challenges like climate change and conflict, adopted by the consensus everyone, and except for a group led by Russia, everyone else showed their assertion towards this. And the key points are sustainable development, peace and security, science and technology, and youth and future generations, and global governance. Okay, sustainable development, we know, right, to empower developing countries in global finance and strengthen safety nets of poor. And to peace and security, here we have to recommit to nuclear disarmament and prevent misuse of new technologies. And science and technology, to promote ethical research, okay, and protect indigenous knowledge and empower women, and to include future generations also in the decision making. Fine. And also for global governance, we have to reform the UNSC Security Council to better represent Africa and prevent an arms race in space. This is considering the future threats to our planet Earth. Okay, so yeah, and to reform UNSC also. So we saw this also, and so External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar will represent India and deliver a speech on the 28th of September. The theme for this general debate is leaving no one behind and acting together for the advancement of peace, sustainable development, and human dignity for present and future generation. Okay, it's a bit lengthy, right? But leaving no one behind, I think we can remember, not to leave anyone behind. Okay, we have to act together. We have to acting together for the advancement of peace, sustainable development, and human dignity for present and future generation. Okay, so we have themes like peace, sustainable development, human dignity, and future generation. Okay, in this UN summit of future, the name itself says, right, for the sake of future generations, we are creating the summit, and we have to take certain steps to make this world sustainable. Okay, so it all revolves around sustainability, future generations, global governance, advancement of peace, nuclear disarmament. So these are the terminology which is used here. Okay, most of the terminologies, the everything revolves around these terminology. Okay, so yeah, you can easily get it. And Why am I stressing more on this is because a question may come from this even GA or also submit of future, and okay, we can get a compulsory question from this. So yeah, it should be beneficial, right? While you listening to my sessions, it should be beneficial for you, right? Or else why would you listen? Okay, what's the point in telling? So yeah, next move into women of Tharu and Madhesi communities in Nepal's Terai region observe Jitya fast. Okay, Tharu and Madhesi communities in Nepal's Terai region observe this Jitya fast. Okay, they are the communities in the Terai region of Nepal. They observe this indigenous festival Jitya fast today. This is the indigenous festival of Nepal and of these communities of Tharu and Madhesi communities. Okay, Jitya. So they fast for a day without water and food, worshipping God for longevity and well-being of their offspring, especially when they have sons. So President of Nepal Ramachandra Paudel said indigenous festivals such as Jitya festival will promote mutual respect, goodwill and sense of tolerance, thereby protecting the diversity of Nepal. So you have to remember this Jitya fast belongs to Nepal, and the communities which are involved in this are Madhesi and Tharu, and this is a fasting ritual here going on here. Okay, so that's it about this. Next what we have ECTA. Recently our Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal has been in Australia, and he has been in various meetings and forums in Australia, and various discussions are going on with Australia for in the field of economic cooperation and trade agreement, ECTA. So we are working towards strengthening this ECTA, ECTA, Economic Cooperation and Trade Agreement, through the Comprehensive Economic Cooperation Agreement. So this ECTA, see, the question may arise from recently this Economic Cooperation Trade Agreement has been happened which between India and which country, that may be the question. Okay, so Australia it is. So between India and Australia it is this ECTA. Okay, and ECTA agreement has resulted in market access to both sides and resulted in significant increase in merchandise trade between two nations, and India is setting up an office for trade promotion in Sydney also. Okay, important point here, setting up an office for trade promotion in Sydney, and the office will consist of representatives from Invest India and other National Industrial Corridor Development Corporation Private Limited and Export Credit Guarantee Corporation of India Limited. So basically it will be like to enhance the trade between the both countries. Okay, we are doing these steps. Next we have National Health Account Estimates for India 2020-21 and 2021-22. Okay, recent estimates have been released by this National Health Account. So it highlighted that the out-of-pocket expenditure from a person has been decreased. It has been decreased by 64.2%. Okay, to 39.4% in 2021-22. It seems, as per this National Health Account estimates. Okay, generally whenever if anyone falls sick in a family or any emergency situation comes in a family, if there is no insurance, then they have to spend it from their own pockets, right? And also they have to spend it by taking loans or taking debt from someone. Okay, and that really dents a middle class family into debt, and they have to work lifelong to clear that debt. Okay, so this out of the pocket expenditure is very we have to decrease it. Now this as per this estimate, it has been decreased from 64.2% in 2013 to it is now 40%, it seems. So why it is decreased? because of schemes like Ayushman Bharat and Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Okay, because of these schemes, the out-of-pocket expenditure has been decreased towards this health. Excuse me. Okay, so yeah, and also some another schemes like free dialysis scheme also there that benefited 25 lakh people. Okay, so these schemes are very important to persons who cannot afford health care, right? Emergency situations or critical surgeries, and all these we have these kind of schemes, and that's how the care for people happens. Okay, care for the middle class, care for whoever cannot afford this health care, right? Okay, then, and also there is another point here that government's health expenditure share in country's total GDP has also increased from 1.13% to 1.84%. These are all pointers, okay, that can be asked in statements, right? For suppose in an MCQ they can ask like the government said the government increased its health expenditure share in country's total GDP. They'll not ask this exact amount, they'll say it increased. Okay, you have to have an idea whether it is increased or not. Okay, you can guess also that it will increase, right? Because we are growing, development is there, so it will increase for sure. So yeah, just find out kind of guessing also you can do. Fine. Okay, then next we'll move to Kavach 4.0. A trial run has been conducted by the Minister of Railways, and for this Kavach 4.0 there are many advanced features in this, and yeah, let's look into which line it was first tested for trial run, and it's very important. Kavach, okay, anti-collision system they say, right? Kavach is developed by which organization? RDSO. Comment down the full form of this RDSO. Okay, we already discussed in our previous sessions also, right? So now Kavach 4.0, why it is important, why it is significant? We obviously you might have observed many accidents happening by collision between two trains. Okay, two trains will be collided and lots of lives has been gone. This is something because of this human error also, and all this Kavach system it will surpass the human error. Even if human does mistake, this Kavach will indicate or alert the loco pilot that there is a train ahead or there is some obstacle ahead. If not, if the loco pilot also doesn't take any action, it will automatically apply brakes. Emergency brakes also will be applied, and also here there is another thing that it can also limit the speed. Okay, for suppose in a track the speed is around 100 kilometers per hour. Okay, but the train is going at around 106, 110, 110, something around. Then it will automatically apply brakes and it will automatically reduce the speed of train also. So there are many advanced features in this Kavach 4.0. So we hope that this Kavach 4.0 will get implemented very fast in each and every railway line and each and every train. Okay, so that it will be very safe for traveling in trains also, and the train accidents will drastically reduce to come to zero. We hope that. So yeah, let's look into some points in this Kavach 4.0. So Indian Railways successfully implemented this indigenously developed Kavach 4.0 automatic train protection system on the track of Savai Madhapur and Kota. Okay, this is in West Central Railway on Tuesday. Got it? So this is between Savai Madhapur and Kota. This has been successfully implemented, and this state-of-the-art safety technology is now operational, making the route first in India to benefit from the upgraded version of Kavach system. Okay, this is first in India, which is this Savai Madhapur and Kota is the first route to have this state-of-the-art system of Kavach 4.0. Okay, this is an indigenous automatic train protection system to prevent accidents by human error, and particularly in situations where train drivers may miss or overlook signals also. Even though human error happened, even though it happens, it will cover that. It will automatically detect that something wrong, and there is some other train ahead in the same track. So yeah, fine. And it acts as an additional protective layer over the existing railway operation system, ensuring the safe operation of trains. Like we have a multiple authentication system, right? So like that only we have this is another layer of protection that railway provides. It provides real-time monitoring and automatic braking if there is a risk of collision. So Kavach also enables safer operation of trains during poor visibility such as fog by providing in-cab signaling, which allows drivers to receive signal aspects directly inside the locomotive. Okay, we have this in-cab signaling. What is in-cab signaling? That is by transmitting signal aspects through radio waves directly to the train's control panel. Drivers can read signals without relying on trackside signals. Okay, so there is no need to look into outside, right, the red flags or green flags. Now here we have this in-cab signaling, so that inside the locomotive itself the signal comes, whether to increase the speed or to reduce or to block, or to brake it, like to apply brakes and to halt it, everything. Okay, so in-cab signaling is there here in this. And speed control, I discussed this before also. So if you are exceeding a speed limit, then it will automatically apply brakes, and it will reduce the speed. Okay, and also emergency braking also will be initiated if it goes beyond 9 km/h. Okay, if it is exceeding 2 km/h, then it will issue alarms, and automatic brakes if it crosses 5 km/h, and emergency braking if it crosses 9 km/h. Okay, I think so nobody will ask these kind of questions, but why to take chance? Okay, and also signal passing at danger. This system eliminates incidents where trains pass through signals that display a stop aspect. Okay, signal passing at danger, it seems. Fine. So this is about Kavach 4.0, and it is implemented in Savai Madhapur and Kota, right? Yeah, Savai Madhapur and Kota. This belongs to West Central Railway. Next, Rubber Research Institute signs MOU with IndianOil, like to improve product performance and rubber processing across these applications. This collaboration has been happened, and okay, so yeah, to improve the research on this rubber process oils marketed by IOCL in different tire and non-tire rubber products. So where is this Rubber Research Institute headquarters? It is in Kerala, Kottayam. It is Puthupalli, it seems, suburb of Kottayam, Kerala. So there it is, this Rubber Research Institute of India. So it's actually a 28-hectare rubber plantation. Experiments will be going on there. So okay, so Rubber Research Institute India, and MOU with IndianOil for what? For research in processing, rubber processing, and rubber process oils. Okay, for all this MOU has been signed, memorandum of understanding. Next, ABHED, how to pronounce it? Okay, ABHED, ABHED. These are actually lightweight bulletproof jackets. Fine. DRDO and IIT Delhi have developed this lightweight bulletproof jackets named ABHED, Advanced Ballistics for High Energy Defeat. Okay, ABHED. advanced ballistics for high energy defeat between DRDO and IIT Delhi. Okay, to develop this lightweight bulletproof jackets. Fine. So let's look into some details. Named advanced for this purpose is again to develop it, and DRDO Secretary Samir B. Kamath said the lightweight bulletproof jacket exemplifies the effective ecosystem of successful defense research and development by DRDO, academia and industry. Yeah, this is important. So the jackets have been created from polymers and indigenous boron carbide ceramic material. Very, very important. So these jackets have met the highest threat levels like while testing, and also lighter than maximum weight, right? So the soldier can be so effective while moving, and so yeah, that's it about this. So they are created from polymers and indigenous boron carbide ceramic material. Fine. Okay. Like Ministry of State Ravneet Singh B2 addressed FICCI's 10th edition of MASCRADE 2024 in New Delhi. Okay, what is this MASCRADE? So to counter this smuggled and counterfeit trade, this has been launched, this 10th edition of MASCRADE. Let's look into the details of this. So Ministry of State for Food Processing Industries, Ravneet Singh B2 expressed concern over the illicit trade and emphasized adapting best practices to deal with these challenges for the illegal trade and for this illicit trade, and also smuggled and counterfeit trade. We have this MASCRADE. While addressing the FICCI's 10th edition of MASCRADE 2024 in New Delhi, he said both central and state agencies should work to collaborate, then only we can tackle this issue. So Minister assured all support from the government, and FICCI established the Committee Against Smuggling and Counterfeiting Activities Destroying the Economy called Cascade to generate awareness on the hazardous impact of smuggled and counterfeit products amongst consumers and citizens. So it is basically on smuggling and counterfeiting activities. Okay, so for the counterfeit in trading, and yeah, so that's it about this MASCRADE. It is by the Ministry of Food Processing Industry. Fine. So anything else in this current affair? No. So it happened in New Delhi. Okay, it is a 10th edition of MASCRADE. What is MASCRADE means? Movement against smuggled and counterfeit trade. Okay, it is written there. No need to write now. MASCRADE means movement against smuggled and counterfeit trade. Okay. So it is by FICCI. Fine. Yeah. Next, September 25 is actually Antyodaya Divas 2020. Antyodaya Divas, right? So it is celebrated on the birth anniversary of Pandit Deendayal Upadhyaya. So on this in 2014, Prime Minister Modi ji has named this on this day, September 25, as Antyodaya Divas. So I didn't cover this current affair yesterday, so I thought to add it. And yeah, PM Modi and Home Minister and Defense Minister all paid tributes to Pandit Deendayal Upadhyaya on his birth anniversary. So now we have this Bharatiya Janata Party, right? So he was actually a co-founder of Bharatiya Janasangh, the forerunner of BJP. Like from this Bharat Janasangh, BJP has been emerged in 1980. Okay, so yeah, in 1980 it has emerged. Now this BJP is that from that tree, this branch has been emerged, and now it has become a main tree. So yeah, was also one of the thinkers of RSS. Pandit Deendayal Upadhyaya is also one of the thinkers of RSS, Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh. So he was a well-known philosopher and who worked for the cause of the poor and needy. That's why they kept this as Antyodaya Divas. And also there are schemes also regarding this Antyodaya. And yeah, because he worked for poor and needy and also focused on humanism and individual welfare, social justice. So he was so focused on these things, right? So that's why they named this Antyodaya Divas 2024 on his birth anniversary. Okay. And also, yeah, in 2014, Prime Minister Modi ji passed a bill to declare the September 25 as a national observance to commemorate to commemorate and recognize his efforts and contributions. Okay, and also a current affair. In 2018, Mughal Sarai Junction railway station was renamed as Deendayal Upadhyaya Junction in honor of the political leader. Fine. So why? Because he passed away near Mughal Sarai in 1968, it seems. Okay, so Mughal Sarai Junction has been renamed as Deendayal Upadhyaya in 2018. It's a past one, over, but they may ask now. Okay, they may ask. So next, India to emerge as a global locomotive manufacturing hub with 5 first ever exports from Bihar's Marhowra plant. Okay, now first time India is exporting locomotives to Africa. I think so, yeah, to Africa. What is locomotive? That engine part is the right, that is called as locomotive, and the behind ones are called as coaches. Okay, we have lightweight coaches also now coming. So this is a locomotive, and okay, the Marhowra plant will be looking to export this locomotives to Africa, and it will be in collaboration with Wabtec. Okay, Wabtec Locomotive Private Limited, a joint venture between Indian Railways and Wabtec, is expanding the capabilities to export these locomotives to Africa. Okay, and it added that for the first time, plant will manufacture locomotives for export to, first time it seems, okay, for the global customer, and they'll supply this ES43 ACMI. It's a series number. They'll have their own series numbers. There will be some significance for the series numbers, but that's not much necessary for us. Okay, so yeah, so this project also holds our motives like make in India, make for the world, and also Atmanirbhar Bharat. So yeah, vision of our Prime Minister Modi ji. So it's all in line with these initiatives, and it's all in line with these motives. Okay, this news. Okay, India to emerge as a global locomotive manufacturing hub with first ever exports from Bihar's Marhowra plant. Next, India signs BBNJ to protect marine biodiversity on high seas at the UN headquarters, New York. Okay, our External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar signed this on behalf of India, like BBNJ, Biodiversity Beyond National Jurisdiction Agreement. BBNJ, Biodiversity Beyond National Jurisdiction Agreement, has been signed to protect marine biodiversity on high seas at UN headquarters, New York. Okay, to ocean healthiness purpose, to remain healthy and resilient. So this agreement under the Law of the Seas Treaty seeks to ensure that marine life is conserved and used in sustainable manner, and on the high seas, which is beyond nations' territorial waters, and on the exclusive economic zone that could extend up to 200 nautical miles. Okay, high seas means that whichever is beyond that territorial waters and also beyond the exclusive economic zone, right, after that 200 nautical miles, that is called as high seas. So for that high seas to be used in a sustainable manner, we have Law of the Seas Treaty, and in this agreement will come under the Law of the Seas Treaty. What is that agreement called? It is called as Biodiversity Beyond National Jurisdiction Agreement. Okay, yeah. Next, Prime Minister Modi will dedicate 3 indigenously developed computers in Pune today. Okay, I think the event had happened. I don't know exactly, but today it is. Today he is going to dedicate these 3 indigenously developed supercomputers in Pune to nation. So they are PARAM Rudra supercomputers worth around 130 crore rupees, it seems, developed under the supercomputing mission. Okay, these are the supercomputers. So these supercomputers will be deployed at 3 places called Pune, Delhi, and Kolkata, we'll also look into where these will be deployed in that cities. So obviously to facilitate scientific research, it will be there. Fine. For the sake of computational abilities, we have this, and these will be deployed in Pune. We have this GMRT, right? Giant meter radio telescope. For this, to leverage this purpose, we have to use this supercomputer, okay, to explore fast radio bursts and other astronomical phenomena. And Inter-University Accelerator Center in Delhi will enhance research in fields like material science and atomic physics. For this purpose also, here, one second, here, and also in Kolkata, SN Bose Center will be using this supercomputer. SN Bose Center in Kolkata for advanced research in physics, cosmology, right, and earth sciences. Okay, these are the three places where these supercomputers will be deployed: Pune, Delhi, and Kolkata. Okay, so PM will dedicate today these three supercomputers to nation. They are under supercomputing mission, national supercomputing mission. They'll come under this. Fine. So that's it for this video. I think over now. Yeah, over. Thank you for watching. If you are watching till then, and if you are new to this channel, then like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you are already an existing subscriber, then thank you so much for subscribing. And also invite your friends also to join these sessions, and also share the knowledge. Okay. And what else to say? Nothing else. Fine. Have a nice day today. Okay. Bye bye.